Alrighty, Doc here. It is Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's the good evening somewhere, that's for sure. It is the second to the last day of the week. Tomorrow is Friday. I'm looking forward to that. Let's see what we got going on there. You can see the dollar index. Oh, I'm looking at a stock over there. Let's go to the where's it at? There's the euro. Let's get the dollar index up there. Not there. There it is, right there. There we go. Now we got to it. And we slide it down, and there it is. And there's the dollar index. You see it went into the sell yesterday. The pressure is, again, as usual, of the last, say the last month and a half, it's the pressure is on the downside. We've been in a weekly sell since the end of October, and it finds ways to go down. Robin, how you doing? Hey, picture clear today. Okay. Yeah, it has, I guess it was the internet or something like that. I don't know. Hard to say. But definitely, yeah, I agree with you. I can see the difference. That's a good thing. How did the Dow Jones chart work out? All right, was that good? Oh, how about the beats? Did the beats help out? Anyway, there we go. There's the dollar index. You can see the we're making heading for what's that? Looks like August lows at this point. That's what we're heading for now. Heading for these August lows way over here. It's over here. There it is right there. Those August lows. So you see here on J4X, same game. They're going to be going after the August lows too. See, there they are right there. Doing the same thing with the dollar index. This is the CME index. These are two different dollar indexes, but pretty much the same in the sense that they're chasing after I say fine, good here, but not as bad. Good. Excellent. All right. So, anyhow, that's where we are at the moment. That's the name of the game. That is, that's what we've been dealing with is the dollar is slowly weakening back the way it should be. It's just way too strong. Way too strong. All right. From there, don't have much to say. I guess the big thing in the United States was Mr. Powell yesterday. Mr. Powell came out and said, we could consider just doing 50. We're going to try to slow it down a little bit. We don't want to, because we are following lagging indicators, not leading indicators. So they don't want to go overboard. So they're going to start slowing it down. They see, and then when asked about the job of trying to keep employment and so forth, steady, he basically said, yeah, well, if we can reduce inflation, that increases employment, that type of thing. So it was a very interesting day. It was kind of what we anticipated. That does not always happen, which is nice. The math is one thing. The math tells us pretty accurately what's going on. The anticipation, that's the other, what the story is. Remember, I always call it, what's the story? And that's the bigger challenge right there. So he had made the market feel comfortable, and he had suggested this for like the last 6, 7, 8 weeks, something like that. He's been suggesting since, basically at the end of September, October, that they wanted to understand the numbers itself and that they were following lagging indicators. So that's where the Fed is at the moment, and again, where the dollar is just way overpriced. So now we're starting to see the dollar fall back into line. It has to go much lower, as you can see here on J4X. Let's put J4X all totally up. This is the DXY that most people follow. And we really need this thing below the century mark. We want to be, right now it's at, 105, as you can see in the box. But we really want to see this thing in the 90s. That would be a lot better. Bring it down more. It had rocketed to the 114.15 area. It was like, whoa, way too strong. Way too strong. For those that always think about the BRICS and all these other alternative attempt. I guess you would call them attempts to go alternative in a currency. And they always promise us that they're going to lock it into gold. They're going to make it exercisable to gold, which we know is not true. They're not. They don't have the money to do that, and they don't even have the growth to do that. So, between the two of them, two situations, it's not happening. Unfortunately, we need a really strong. The only real competitor we can will ever really see is basically the what is it? A capitalist society. We need a capitalist society, a solid capitalist society to compete with us. And right now, we were hoping the European Union was going to be it. We were hoping everybody was heading that direction. China, the whole bit. But instead, they've just gone back to their old ways of fiefdoms, and and unfortunately have not done what's necessary for growth. That's what the real important thing is growth. Employment, give opportunity for people to get wealthy, things like that. A nice little safety net so that people are not starving. The basics. But you cannot take opportunity away from people and expect to grow at the same time. People will walk away. Even in America, we saw that with income taxes. The moment they increased income or created income taxes, basically, you could see the lack of growth from it. It was automatically slowed patents and new development and so forth over the last 150 years. We've seen, or 130 years or something like that, ever since Woodrow Wilson, which was 1912. So that's about 110 years. And and then you had a income tax for after the Civil War that was eradicated after it was all paid off, and then Wilson threw it back on again, and unfortunately at that point, the first one was against companies and corporations, the second one was against the population, and that really slowed down growth. So, anytime you try to reduce people's income to make it fair, to be sharing, what you do is you just hurt everybody. You don't help everybody, you hurt everybody. And the people that you're trying to help the most in the end result don't benefit. Poverty rates in America are higher than they ever have been before, ever since Lyndon Johnson created the New Deal. That usually does it right there. Where government is the decider of what's fair. Government's horrible at making decisions about what's fair. Anyhow, let's get over to the euro. But yeah, the only way we can get this dollar under control is we need more capitalist countries in the world that function like the United States, where we have a great safety net and give opportunity for people to have growth. That's really what it comes down to. All right, here is the euro. Let's go to that. And the euro went into the daily buy yesterday. And let's put it up on J4X. And right there. And we've been in that weekly buy. This is the daily. You can see there the dailies went into a buy today. Over on Chicago Quant, we have, is that it right there? No, where's it at? Right there. Not there. There. There we go. And there's the euro. It went into the buy yesterday. They both, J4X and Chicago Quant, have been in a weekly buy now for weeks. We'll show it to you over here. Right there. You see all that green. Just make it larger for you for a second so you can see it. You see all that green, just like over here on Chicago Quant. All that green above the zero line. All right, from there we slide over to the British pound, which is flirting with the daily buy today. Hooray for it. And let's put the pound in there. There it is. You can see the same thing on the weekly there. You can see how it has been in a buy here for these 7 weeks there. And you can see we went into a green line was above, then it went into the red, then back into the green again, and you can see it's marching along just fine. I'm impressed. I'm surprised more than anything else, but it's probably a function of interest rates again and the inflation. So not necessarily the policies of those countries. And then let's put the cable right there in. You can see we got a volatility signal yesterday with a red and a green. And it just missed getting into the plus side there. And today we are, as you can see right there, we are pushing into the buy side with no real problem there. It's pushing into it. It's trying that line will, those green dots will stay there if it stays in a buy. And then when it comes to the weekly, you can see that, there's 6 solid weeks, and 7 weeks back it started pushing real hard, and you can see the same thing as we said right here. There it is right there on J4X. And then let's put the daily in there. There's the daily, and you can see right there it's joining into that buy today, just like our work is doing. And you can see the green line is piercing through, pushing hard, doing that same curve right there. See it? Curve right there. Alrighty. From the cable, we jump. Anybody, and if anybody would like to see anything, please just put it up on the chat line. We'll go right to it. I don't have to do this consistent rhythm. I can divert and go to anything you want to see. I don't care. S&Ps, gold, whatever. It doesn't matter. Oil, an individual stock, whatever it is. We're always willing to divert and take a peek at what you're interested in seeing. I knew Yana. I said that specifically. I knew Giannis, you'd throw that in there. Let's see. Check whether volume index is on demo. Volume? It is. Volume index? Yes. Do you mean J4X? It is. It is on demo. And I did. You know what I did? I downloaded the new model. So, does that make sense there? Yeah, it's on the. It did say that demo and then the password. I love the password. What's added? Namely, the VIX is going up. Oh, and should be tradable. Oh, really? Really? So you have VIX on there now. Let's take a look at that. And then we'll go to the S&P. VIX? Like that? That's the wrong keyboard. That didn't help. Let's erase there or it'll blow up something. VIX. If I hit enter, I don't see it jumping out though. Type VOL, okay. Vol. I like that. That's an X. VOL. There we go. Interesting. Volatility index. That's cool. Oh, that's nice. That is very nice. Let's put it up on Chicago Quant. Where is it at? Let's do this. Let's go to there and close that. Yes to all. And then let's open up the vol index right there. Nice. And there is the vol index. There's the VIX. Yeah, it looks a lot, the same way. You can see it here. Yep, there's the VIX. We've been in a daily sell. We've been in a weekly sell since like the 30s. Again, back in the middle of October, things were shifting gears. Nice. You can trade volatility index now at Ducascopy. Excellent. Very cool. Let's see. It should be tradable. Cool. Hey, Zulu, how you doing? Can you check out the Brent? Yeah, here we go. There's Brent right here on J4X right there. There's Brent. 87.89. Nice. It's up over $5 this week. Interesting. Very interesting. You see that? That's the daily there. Let's see what the weekly looks like. And there it is there. You see that same thing going on. So the weekly is, and I can show you West Texas because they both match each other. Let's go over to West Texas, and I'll show you what they're doing there. It's the same thing. It's got that, we've been in that weekly sell from here, just like the way Brent has been. And then, you see the green line underneath it, and you can see our work here aiming down. Same thing. And then you can see this nice little bounce that's been going on, which means probably Canadian is heading down again against the dollar. It's gaining against the dollar, basically. You can see the daily. Let's put the daily in there. Again, there it is. The daily. A couple days of green, looking good. How's that? Hope that helped you out. And Janos, that's so cool. You got a volatility index now. We can look at that whenever you want to look at it. I have it, like I said, I have it over here on, I send it out during the, you can see the charts. I send it out on the weekends. Let's see. Let's go to the S&Ps for you. There's the S&P 500. Kind of just, what is it? It's down again? I think it's down again. It's not, it's almost unchanged, really. From yesterday. Matter of fact, to some extent, depending on how they closed it, they actually are considering it up for the day. So, I think that they're going to go side. You see how I was looking at this. Let me just put this up on the screen. I was looking on last night. I was looking at this and I was thinking, there's one of the first big gaps up, right? And then as this whole move started to bottom out, at the lows. And then it kind of found a way to go sideways up. And then you had a littler but decent move, right? And then you had this one, and it went like that again. You had that slow curving up thing going on. And just as this had a nice little curving thing up going on. And so I figured today we'll start off like that. And then they'll probably find ways to get higher over the next 3 or 4 days, that type of thing. And that's where we are. I figured that they would digest a little bit in here and then start to take off. And that seems to be the game. I think that's how they're going to play it. I think the market got a little ahead of itself yesterday, but nothing major. I think that look, I keep, as I've been saying here, some of the professionals that I know keep on trying to, they definitely think that the market is going up and it's seen its bottom. They think it's done because the funds. I hear crazy, numbers, and I see crazy, not crazy numbers, but they're really bad. And that is that the hedge funds have been underperforming the market since 2008, and ever since quantitative easing. So the hedge funds overall are not outperforming the market in generally, and regular funds are not outperforming the market. So they are underinvested. Matter of fact, I know that the Guggenheim, I have a friend that's friends with the people that run Guggenheim, and they were underinvested enormously on that last move when I was screaming about a V bottom back in 2020, and they were almost, they were way underperforming. If it wasn't for the purchase that they made in Bitcoin at 15,000 at the time, they would have been really getting their heads handed to them because Bitcoin ran up to almost 70,000, and they bought something like $480 million worth, which turned out to be like $1 billion and $1.7 billion in profit. So it really they're underperforming. The funds are underperforming, so they need to do something. And in this case here, so they keep on talking bearish, so they think they can buy them lower, and they're not going to buy them lower. I think that they've been given the chance, and I know there's talk very clearly of the inflation / the recession coming around the corner again because the inverted curve of interest rates. But I'm not totally convinced that that's going to knock. Markets are at a point now where they anticipate. They always were. They always anticipated the future, and the future is a higher and better market. Statistics show it that next year should be a good year for the stock market. Statistically, it always is. So it's going to be very hard, Oh, Robin, you're back. Cool. So it's going to be very hard for funds to be fully invested without having to pay up. That's what it really comes down to. And that is a whole different story. That is like, oh man, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. That's like, uh-oh, I got to pay higher prices? That makes, returns lower. And that's pretty much where we're at the moment. Alrighty, let's see, where do we go from here? Let's go back to the currencies, unless someone wants to see something else. I am very glad to. And let's take a look at the Swiss. See how the Swiss is doing this morning. There's the Swiss pushing into, closed in that daily sell right there yesterday. Let's put that line in there. And it's still in that weekly sell there, so that pressure is still on. And then, there we are. And then, let's put it up on J4X. Let's see, dollar Swiss right there. And so you can see on the daily, dollar Swiss is doing the same thing. It's pressing into the sell today. The green line is now turning down. And when it comes to that weekly view of it, you see there, it's weeks in red. See? Weeks in red. So that pressure is on. And, whatever, I think I mentioned it yesterday, whatever Credit Suisse and National Swiss Bank and the Federal Reserve did, it seems to have resolved the problem. It seems to have really straightened that out. There's no doubt about that. Oh yeah, I saw yesterday, what's that character from SBF or SBF? He's allowed to talk. I don't think he's going to get arrested. I really don't. He's contributed, he's the second largest donor to the Democrat Party. So good chances are he will not get arrested. I mean, John Corzine, the governor of New Jersey, very big Democrat, also didn't get arrested when he blew up his fund and did illegal things. They just found a way to forget about it, and people are stunned that this guy's walking around, and he was talking at a conference yesterday for the New York Times, and they're like, now there's talk of a was it fraud allegations more at 22 Deal Book Summit. So, I mean, he, basically, he allegedly took, billions. It's gone. Can't find it. So, 10 billion is missing. And somehow or another, he says, I just don't know. The dog ate it. That's what it is. The dog ate it. All right. From there, we jump over to the yen. There we are, and there's the yen. You see yen on a weekly basis. Let's put it up on Chicago Quant. There. You see that weekly. It's been pressing down since the beginning of November. And you can see over here on J4X, the same situation, pressing down. You can see the green line below and the whole gig, in the red, all that, the weakness. And then when we go to the daily right there, you see it's also generating a lot of red. The green line underneath. We're kind of stalling out a little bit around here, just like we stalled out here. But we're still in that sell since here. We're still gliding down. Gliding down. Down, 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 down she rolls. That's exactly what she's doing. And and it's amazing how well that the yen and the Swiss have marched together. They both must have had real issues. Oh yeah. Gary's yeah. I mean, no, the whole thing. Well, I don't think he's going to go to jail, honestly. Well, the only way he goes to jail is if the Congress takes it up. At this point, that's what it really comes down to. It'll take the Congress to go after him, because the Democrats don't care if he stole $10 billion. More than likely, he'll give it to him. He actually said he wanted to give the Democrat Party $1 billion. So, why would they go after the guy? Yeah, he's really not talking about it. He's kind of just, when he's asked about it, he just kind of hands it off to the admin to say no comment or something like that. Yeah, he's not going to say anything. Missing in action, definitely. He is. Let's see from there. Hell, they were working on a plan to make his exchange like a legal exchange. It was going to be the New York Exchange of cryptos. That's what they were working on at the time. That's why he kept on, just they had all those meetings and stuff. I know he was challenged at times by the CFTC, but already not the CFTC, the Securities Exchange Commission, but overall, yeah, he was playing lots of wonderful games, and now people were paying for it. But then I don't understand why they would put it in a wallet to begin with. That always confuses me. So, I mean, what's the use of having cryptos if you have to put it in a wallet? The usual saying is SEC is in a coma. Yeah, I totally agree. I agree. Let's see, where do we go from here? Let's go to... Oh, yes, the laboratory. Let's go check out the Turkish lira. See what they're doing today with the Turkish lira. Dollar Turkish lira right there. You see it's trying to press up again. So more than likely, Chicago Quant will be doing the same exact thing. Where is it at? There it is. There we go. Activate. Oh my god, that poor thing is so flatlined. Let's see if we can widen it so we can at least appreciate it from those wild spiky spikes. Yeah, so it's in a daily buy right there for 3 days now. The weekly still is having its issues of getting going again. I mean, those spikes are really messing with the math, that's for sure, on a weekly basis. Let's see, what else can we say about that? Just that it's flatlined. That's what it is. Let's see. I like that idea, comma. Yeah. Knock me out. Then we'll go over to the Euro Turkish lira right there. That's the fun one. The Euro Turkish lira is the one you can... If you have to trade this product, you want to do it through Turkish euros, that's for sure. That must be creating a great arbitrage between dollars and Turkish and was it the dollar is so whack? Yeah, there must be a great arbitrage between Turkish lira, dollars, and euro. It must be a good game. And you can see here it closed yesterday in a daily buy, right there. Let's put that line in there. There we go. And let's see what else we got going on. You see the weekly is holding up. It's not giving up whatsoever, that weekly. So it's the more stable pairs trade. It just is. It's just the more stable pairs trade. And let's see what else we got going on here. Let's save this too so we don't have to put those lines in again. Save. And it's that classic location. Then you can see it here on the dailies. Let's take a look at the weekly of it. There's the weekly. You'll see it's been marching along nicely, doing that, in a buy, just like here, in a buy. It's been staying strong, staying consistent. Alrighty. Then now we go and take a look at CAD, and since we saw what Zulu was looking at in the sense of the Brent and the and I put up the West Texas Intermediate, and oil is lifting. Let's go see what Canada is doing. Let's put the daily in there like so, and dollar CAD like so. You can see it's moving down against the dollar, which means it's doing better. Let's put it up over here. Right there, you can see it. No, look at that. It's up a little bit. It's trying to generate a. Did it generate the sell yesterday? I think it did. No, it did not. It didn't get through the sell number. And today it's trying to press through it now. And it's popping up a little bit too at the same time. We're just going to throw the red dots there in case we forget them. And then we'll save it. And we can always fix it later on. So it's, it's trying to get into the sell today. It's underneath just the same way this is. The green line has dropped below and it's red. So, and then we got that weekly gig going on, week, 5 weeks in a weekly sell. It's pressing down. Right there. Now that's curious. Look at that. It's trying to lift up. I guess that's because it hit the bottom. It was a really low hit down into the bottom of the range. That's interesting. They're still diverting a little bit. We'll see how the J4X. Let's see who wins on this battle. It'll be interesting. More than likely, this will start to move back down. It's like a hangman there on the candle. And this is way too low to believe that it's turning up. All right, from there we go over to the better of the two commodity pairs, and that is the South African Rand right there. And you see gold. That's the South African Rand trying to lift up, which is on a weekly basis, which is surprising me. Let's put it up on the screen here. Where are you, mouse? There you are. Right there. Wow. Uh-oh. What are they going to do to gold? What is that? Uh-oh. Let's see what gold looks like here. Now I'm concerned. Because just as you thought it was safe to be in gold again, what in blazes are they doing there? I saw they sold it down last night, but I just didn't. And what's going on with gold? Look at that. It's climbing. Oh, wow, that's so rare. I'd be careful, traders, about this pop here. They may sell it down on us by the afternoon, just because of the way the South African Rand is zipping to the moon there. Wow. Look at that move. Yesterday, it went into the buy yesterday, and it's rocketing. Now look at the blue dash line in here, and the green is trying to get to the minus side of the manifold, but still awful low. I don't know. This is a very rare occurrence. Janos, have you heard anything on the South African Rand? That's very rare to see. I wonder what's going on there. That is, that's definitely making me concerned about the metals complex. Alrighty, where do we go from there? Let's jump over to, boy, that is something to be concerned about. That spike that's going on. Yowzer. Yeah, keep an eye out on that one. Time has come today. What has come today? In other words, gold is going to dominate the South African Rand and the rest of the. I think so, yeah. It's impressive that it's at 17. What was that? 1798. 17. I see it trading now 17.99 with a high of 99.80. Yow. Let's put it up on J4X. Right there. Look at that. Zoom. That's the weekly. That I can dig. And then look at the daily. Big spike. Big spike. Now why would they? That's so rare to see the currency get whacked like that with the gold gaining value. I know, traders. Let's watch and see. We'll tune in tomorrow. We'll be able to dissect it more. I'm sure whatever's playing out is playing out. Time has come today. Silver with ain't seen nothing yet. I agree. I wish South African Rand was moving down, not up. And let's put silver up on J4X. There's silver. Yeah. Finger bottom. I sent that over to you on the chart yesterday too. Not the finger bottom, just the chart itself. Let's go over to it right there. I don't know. It's the March contract. So it's just hanging out. Oh, it's nice. It's sitting up there in that 2240 area. The second day of the buy, and going on the sixth week or fifth full week of the buy. That's for sure. Right there. I don't know. We'll see. Finger bottom. Yeah, it does have it. Maybe we get to that 24, but I would like to see the South African Rand back off. I think I'll be paying attention to the South African Rand throughout the day. Don't know what's going on down there. There you go. Gold just made another high. Now the high is 1,890 cents. So they're taking that. They're trading it. Watch it trade. There they go. Gensler is normally quite nasty. Yeah, I was amazed at the end of our webinars how for 6 months, all they did is YouTube would finish. I would finish my webinar live, and then YouTube chooses something and throws it on behind it. Most of the time, it's interesting to see what YouTube thinks should follow my webinar. But the thing that really amazed me more than anything else is I had Gensler, his lecture at MIT, for like 6 months. They were running his whole class lecture, so they'd run it, and then run it again, and then they would run it again. So it was like, I don't know, it was like 10 classes or something like that, and they would run the lecture, and it went on for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months. It was like that, maybe 6 months. I don't know. It was every time I turned around, Gensler was next up behind me. This is before he was made. This is during the Trump years, and the moment that he got put into government, they stopped it. Yeah, he's hiding. He is. Yeah, he's probably, I don't know, maybe this FTX guy gave him a slice of $1 billion. I mean, there's 10 missing. Someone's got to have it. Where'd it go? Where's your billion? Where's your 10 billion? And at what? It was at one point he was listed as worth 26 billion or something like that. 32 billion. I don't know. It's all gone. They say he has 100,000 or 100 million left. That's it. So I don't know. He's absconded with it on some level or another, or burned it. Maybe he was lighting cigars with it. I don't know. Metho! What you doing, Metho? Oh, let's go check it out. Let's go see what the... I haven't looked at the Russell in like 3 weeks. That's because you don't ask, and then I haven't had many reasons. We've been burning time up around here. So here it is. But I bet it's... Now that's interesting, is that it's in a weekly buy for 3 weeks, just the same way the NASDAQ was, the NQs, the Tech 100. You can see that. It was pretty much in a sell from up in here in the 2000 area, and on a weekly basis. And then you can see the daily is having a problem getting going even now. No, wait a minute, that's the 10th. So we got to... they changed... let me fix this. Let me cancel that again. They've changed the data feed. So I about back in November. So we probably haven't looked at since the beginning of November. Let's see. It's instrument. And we'll just do this. Oh, we want to add. That's what it is. Add. M2K. Look up. Is that right? M2K. I don't know if we've lost it. Have we lost it? I don't even understand those exchanges. M2K. Oh, they're European markets. What in blazes? So did we lose it altogether? I got a memo about it, and I just didn't even think about it at the time. I guess the only way I can see it is through IWM now. Gold dollars. Yeah, gold is. Look, did you see the chart on gold? We just looked it up. Let's do this. CME. See if we can find it on there. Or Globex. Let's do Globex. I think they. Let's do this. CME. CME. There we go. Yeah, see, it doesn't even have it on there anymore. Let's see if Globex has it. So yeah, they changed it. I saw them. I have to go back and look it up. Globex. If you have a chance, Robin, take a look and see what the CME is doing for the Globex. For the Russell 2000. Russell 2000. Let's see, where's the G's? Let me see if I can find it. HIEFG. There it is, Globex. Nope, it's gone now. Doesn't exist anymore on the system. USSC 2000. Oh, up on. Let's put it up there. USCC. No, that didn't do it. Let me just double check that. USSC 2000. Let me do it again as a capital. Maybe that'll help it. Shift. USSC 2000. There it is. Yeah, gold. Oh, neat. Yeah, look at that. It's picked up really well. And I guess they changed things somewhere in the middle of November. And it said it was included, but I don't see it. I just have to find out what it's doing there. I understand. Someone just texted me that a MSNBC anchor quits on air, calls out Biden. Oh my goodness. That's funny. All right. So there's that. The only other thing I can throw up there is the IW. Let me do this. We can throw up the IW. Oh, wait a minute. Now I found out why. Let's try that again. I think I found out why I couldn't add it. I just realized. All right, let's try it here. There we go. Look up. There it is. We got it now. We got it. Then I'm going to add, where's the December? There's the December. Add that. And then we're going to add the March. There we go. Now we got it. I knew that they told me that I could have it still. So, all right. Here we go. Let's see. Close. There we go. Let's throw it in there like that. Here we go. You'll see it in a few seconds. There we are. Doc gets an idea once in a blue moon, half decent. There we are. And Q2 23 will not be easy for Russell. You know, I was just saying earlier before you came in, I think that the funds are so underinvested, and that the hedge funds themselves are have had so many bad years in a row. I mean, like 10 years of bad, 15, I don't know, a long time now. The overall hedge fund industry is in the minus. Now you can see here, we've been in a weekly buy. There it is. We've been in a weekly buy for 6 weeks now. Since this 17 and a half, 1775 here. And now we are kissing 1900. Now the daily buy, let's see if we can do this. We'll widen this out for you. Are you seeing this? Yeah, you're seeing it. There we are. So you can see here, I need to make those things thicker, of course. But it went into the daily buy right there. And then it slid into the sell with these two and then jumped back into the buy, just like all the rest of the indices. But Metho, I am hearing that they are so under, I've been saying that here for a while now, they're so underinvested. And they've not been making money. And, combine that together, they're going to have to get brave. They got to put the big boy pants on and get out and play the game better. Because they are just, just missing the whole game. They really are. They've, they just have not been invested, and they're totally confounded. I think QE messes with them because, as Janos had done, he created a webinar, explaining how fundamentals, how long they last, their longevity, and they've gotten to a point where they are like puking after just a few minutes. I mean, we just don't get that consistency that we used to get out of the fundamentals. So, I think there we go. That's a lot better there. There we go. And this one over here, right there. There we go. I'll put the line in like so. There we are. And then let's fix this. We haven't looked at this in a long while. Every so often when we have time, we go in and look. But overall, we haven't really not looked at the Russell for like a month. There we are. So there it is right there. And let's make those bars a little bit thickerish too. Style. That's better. There you go. Let's see if we got the dots right too. No, we got to remove and remove and add. Let's do this. Got to add these things. Let's move this off the screen. Add. Now you'll be able to see it. There they are. And add again. There we go. Give us that volatility indication the day before. That's cool. And then lift it up. Same thing. Okay, so that was interesting. That went into a cell right here and stayed in the cell all the way to there. This is a product that that is very thin, and it is the most speculative of all the what do you call them? All the stocks. These are the most speculative stocks of all. So let's do this. Get rid of that. And so Russell, in many ways, shows where what do they call it? Speculative money is going. That's what it does. It shows you where speculative money is going off to, and just is the nature of it. Oop, not there. Right there. There we are. And then back into the buy again right there. Alrighty. We'll remove that. And let's just save all this. Save, nope, not close. Save workspace. Save workspace as. Right there. Save. Yes. There we go. All right, now from there, let's jump over to. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's take a look at. Let's see, where is it at? Let's get over to the last of the currencies. I guess we finished off the last currency. Let's see what the Mexican peso is doing. Let's finish that off. But that's bothering me, the South African rand, the way it's running up like that. We'll have to check something out. Maybe, I don't know what's going on down in South Africa. You can see here, peso is staying well underneath. It's going to be interesting. We'll know on December 7th, hopefully, or December 8th, or even December 6th. If Herschel Walker wins the election down in Georgia, which I think he's going to win by about 3 percentage points, then that'll probably even go lower. All right, from there we drift over to we've seen the metals, but what do we got? Let's see what we have. We'll do whatever is there. Yeah, there's gold. So gold, is that gold? What is that? That's the Russell. There's the gold again. Gold is played just a bit over the 1800 area, looking very firm. You know, we've been in a daily buy for, I don't know, 6 days. This is the 6th day now. And we've been in the daily buy for like since 1650 on the weekly. And this is the February contract now. And then you can see silver on March, same situation. We've been in the buy since like literally the last week of October, the first week of November. And, you know, down in the 1900 area. And you can see, you know, we've been in a daily buy just from yesterday. We had the volatility signal start to kick out, but the histogram was not there. You can see the last buy was right there. So the metals are looking... Oh, you're not seeing that. Reconnect. There we are. Right there. There we go. And you can see right there. And let me just go back to the gold real quick for you. Right there. So that's been looking beautiful. There's no doubt about that. And let's get it over here again. Right there. Looking like a rocket shot. Oh, they're really paring it back down. It's $14 off its high now. Is that right? Oh, I see. This is the spot, and we're watching the Feb contract. That's what it is. So it's not backing off that much. Because let me see if I can find it right here. Yeah, it's trading at 1,820 right now in the February contract. The high now is at $1,801.10. So it's not backing off at all. All right, and then from there, we'll take a look at copper. Or let's put silver in there first. There's silver. And you can see silver's doing the same gig. It's, you know, it's pushing up, not letting go, and you know, it's over the $22 area. I'd love to see this thing get to the 24 at least by the end of the year for a lot of people. And I bet Metho, you're probably long it, right? You're always long term. So more than likely, you've been long it. Especially when we got into the weekly buy. I bet that, you know, especially with the gold, I'm sure you really started to at least stay firm in it, no doubt. From there, we drift over to, yes, long term, exactly. All right, from there, we drift over to copper. Let's see what the copper is up to this morning. There's copper. You can see it's trying to march up pretty well, a little off from yesterday's pop. And it's been in that weekly buy since the 1330, 40 area. And now we are dancing our way through, where did they get to there? 93. And it's still holding up in there. It's fallen down to 60 and back up to almost 80 now. Let's save that as we speak. Right there. There we go. All right, and then from there we take a look at. Let's see. I guess we could go on to. I wonder what they're doing to platinum. Let's take a look at platinum. We usually just look at it 3 days a week unless something action's going, and this is definitely action. Oh yeah, look at that. Platinum battling with the 1050 area. So, yeah, we're going to see $1,100 platinum. Run, baby, run. This is the 7th week. I know, is it 7th or 6th? It's 6th. 6th week in the buy. Cool. Now we'll go over to the energy contracts again. You can see there, 81.84. And I wouldn't be surprised if we're not at 88 when it comes to Brent. We've probably lifted up even more since we last looked at it earlier. Yep, look at that, 88.14 now. So it's moving up. They're both moving up. And we're seeing that strength in there. And then let's see what Nat Gas looks like. Let's hope it's heading down for European sake. How do you like that one? European sake. Right there. Yeah, it's about flattish, but it is pressing down on daily there. And over here, there's the natural gas. It's up a little bit today, but it's still flirting. You know, it was in that long weekly sell from the $9 area. And 8.5, 9, something like that. And it then it popped up to 9ish and then went into a weekly sell at the same time. So you can see here it's we've gone down to 5 and change. Now we're marched back up to the 8s, and now we're parking ourselves on the 7s. Let's hope that they find a way to keep it moving more down than up for the Europeans. For the European sake. So the Europeans don't freeze to death. And we need you to turn capitalist. I know you're capitalist, Janos, so that's good. And I'm sure your neighbors are capitalist. And I'm sure like, let's see, was it Lithuania is capitalist and Poland is capitalist. Your neighborhood is capitalist. Try to get the Southern Europeans to get on that rhythm, We need more capitalist countries to make the world healthy and make people's lives better. Let's see. And there it is. That's the nat gas. Now let's go over to on J4X. Let's check out that Spanish company. Let's see. Yesterday it was in the 2680 area. So let's hope it's in the low 26s today. 27.17. Darn it. We need that thing to go down, not up. Oh, I mean everybody over there. Hippies are cool. I'm a hippie. Hey, I'm a hippie. I'm just a capitalist hippie. A scientist hippie. I'm a hippie. I'm a military hippie. So I was willing, I had no problem with Vietnam, I was a pro-Vietnam. Not all hippies were anti-Vietnam. How do you think we started doing shotgun? With the weed. Yeah, those socialist hippies are bad. I hear you. All right, we better get out of here. It's already half over an hour now. So this is Doc from North America saying, shotgun. All right. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to all my trading friends. All right, traders, catch you later.